Yo, everyone, Mango here, and welcome back to another episode in our hero profile for Shadow Era. So, today we're going to be looking at Magia. Magia is a Shadow Mage, and this deck that I'm playing here, I believe, is the exact deck that BP Amber Fade, BP stands for Blue Phoenix, the guild that Amber Fade is with. And so Amber Fade took this and won the World Championships last year with it. And I'm pretty sure I have it card for card, so I figured I'm going to play Magia. I might as well play the deck that actually had some decent success. And I don't think you get any more decent success than winning the World Championships. So the deck is it has a lot of and three cost allies, and it has one four cost ally that kind of has double life because whenever it dies, it actually comes back to life. So I actually made a video earlier, but it didn't show very many interactions, so I decided I wanted to do try again because I really want to show all the interactions of the allies within the deck itself because I don't think I've played with them yet. And so let me see. I'm going to get rid of this guy for now. And I think I'll go ahead and play this bad Santa to draw some cards. And then I'll come in here, hit for two, and end our turn. And so Magia's shadow ability is for 4 shadow energy. You get to deal 3 damage, 3 fire based damage. So be careful because there are allies out there that have fire immunity. Okay, so make sure you read the card that you're going to use it on because you don't want to end up dealing 0 damage. But for 4 shadow energy, you get to deal 3 fire damage and you get to draw a card. So I got a ton of sack lambs here. That's kind of lousy, but let's get rid of those. Okay, so Phoenix, you're gone. So we will go ahead and play this guy out. And then I'll come in here, hit for two, and then I will use my ability just so I can show you how it works. I'll kill off that guy. You see, deal 3 damage, and then I drew a card. And then I will end my turn. So Phoenix Uragon here is an ally that when it's killed, it actually comes back to life as a 3/5 ally and it's set ablaze. And when something's ablaze, just like if something's poisoned, it takes 1 damage at the start of each of your turns. So, I wonder what Amber would do here. I'm thinking not sacrifice anything. I'm gonna skip. I'm going to come in here and deal 3 damage to both of these targets with Lightning Strike. It's a 4 cost ability that deals 3 damage to 2 different targets. Now attack here to kill him off. Come in here, 2 more damage, and we will end our turn. So the whole point of this deck is to utilize your allies in the early game to try to deal maybe somewhere around 10 to 15 damage to the opposing hero. And then what you would do from that point on is just kind of go into a solo mode where you're not playing any more allies of your own. You're pretty much just spamming supernovas if you have them and other burn spells. So you want to whittle down your opponent to half-life if possible. And then from that point forward, just beat them down with your burn spells. Okay, that's the general strategy behind the deck. Okay, so he's deciding whether or not he wants to use his ability to hide because he's already getting low on health. Whoa, look at that! That little guy got buffed up pretty good. Okay, so I got 3 supernovas, so I'm not getting rid of any of those. I'm just not. I'm gonna hang on to all of those, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come in here, play the gargoyle. I will ignore that ally for now, I think. Yeah, I will ignore that ally. Come in here, deal 2 damage to my opponent. Come in with this guy, deal another 2 damage. So this guy has +1 attack when attacking, but only 1 attack on his own. So if something attacks him, he'll only deal 1 damage back in retaliation. So what I want to do though is I want to show you the way this interaction works, okay? So everybody knows Sacrificial Lamb. You've seen it in multiple videos of mine. So you kill a friendly ally of yours and you draw cards equal to its cost up to a maximum of 3. So I'll draw 3 cards from this guy because he has a total cost value of 4. But you watch, he'll die and then he'll come back into play because his ability, whenever he dies, he gets to come back and play with boosted statistics. So I didn't really have to do that there, but I wanted to do it just so that I could show you guys the interaction. And so that's why this deck does so well because you have that Phoenix Uragon in this deck, and so even if you have him in play, and then you use a Supernova, uh, if you kill all the allies that are in play maybe, but then he actually sticks around because he has that extra life. So he comes in, he decides to ping this guy down because then it'll go away next turn. Oh, he wants to kill it off. Okay. All right. And so this is what he decides to do here. He's going to come in, probably hit my hero. Yep. He's going to hit the hero. And oh, Packmaster's Helm. Okay. So at the end of each of his turns, all his friendly woven allies gain one health. That's okay. I'm gonna skip here, and I'm just gonna supernova everything. What the hell? Because I got three supernovas in hand, and he only got 14 health. And so you see from this point on, I already dealt enough damage with my allies in the beginning of the game that I don't have any need to play any more of my allies. So this guy I'll likely get rid of, and then I'll just keep spamming out these spells to finish him off. Ooh, armored pack beast. Okay, so he will heal up one health. For each armored pack beast you have in play, you get to heal one damage at the end of your turn. So he comes in, he's going to gain a lot of resources back here. I wonder what he's going to play for 5 resources. Woo, Tiger Wolf, wow. And luckily for me, I'll be able to kill that off. Okay, so let's get rid of, I want to get rid of, let me see. Get rid of this guy. And then I'm going to use Majia's ability to deal 3 damage to this guy just so that he's in range for Supernova. Otherwise, he would have lived with 1 health if my ability wasn't ready. Okay, so I will end my turn, and as long as he doesn't heal next turn, I'll be able to finish him off with this. Blood Pack Shaman, Tiger Wolf, and it looks like I'll get the win. Whew, really, really close one. Okay, so let's go ahead, we'll just get rid of that. Let's go ahead and give the guy a good game, my friend. And then we will use this last Nova, 5 damage, and I will survive by 1 health. Whew, okay, that was close. That was a real close one. Okay, so let's go ahead and just take a look at this deck. That's the World Championship winning deck that I just barely could win with. So what do we have here? We have Majiya, of course, the main hero, one of the best hero arts I think that we have. And a target opposing ally takes 3 fire damage, and you draw a card. See, and then this guy, again, we've seen him multiple times by now. 1/4 body. Whenever you attack, he deals +1 damage. Infernal Gargoyle, only 2 of these in here. I just followed, like I said, exactly to set up the Amber Fade had. I'm pretty sure he only had 2 of these. And just all damage to Gargoyle is reduced by 1. Death Mace Thaddeus, whenever you summon this card, you get to deal 1 damage to any target. So any of the opposing targets, so opposing ally or opposing heroes. So a great way to just deal that, 1 extra ping damage that you need, or you summon him to deal one damage, and then you use Sacrificial Lamb on him to draw 3 cards. You see, Grandpa Cryon again. This is another ally that you have in here just to do ping damage. You summon him, he's got haste, comes in, you can deal 2 damage right away. It's a great way to kind of just when you're going aggro, trying to rush down your opponent and deal that early damage as quickly as you can. Like I said, you're trying to do 10 to 15 damage to your opponent so that you can just go solo and start burning them to death with all your direct damage. Eternal Troll, 3 cost. So this ally, kind of the same thing like Phoenix Uragon, only this happens every turn. Okay, so if you summon this guy and then on your opponent's turn, your opponent kills him 1 time, he'll return to play, but your opponent has to kill him again in order for him to be removed from play. So this guy can die multiple times. As long as he's only dying 1 time each turn, then he can just keep coming back over and over and over. So for myself, when I see an Eternal Troll come into play on my opponent's side, I kind of make it my priority to get rid of that, especially if it's something like Magia, because Magia on her turn, what you can do is you can attack with Eternal Troll, deal some damage to your opponent, and then use Sacrificial Lamb on him to draw 3 cards because you draw up to the cost value, maximum 3, and then you can end your turn and he stays on the board. And so you can do that multiple turns in a row, as long as you're able to keep him from dying twice in one turn. So you don't want your opponent to get that kind of value, that kind of mileage out of this ally. Okay, elementals have kind of other options that they could do with it. They have a full board wipe called Energy Discharge, where they can target one of their own allies and kill it, and then they destroy all of your allies. So if they get to do it on Eternal Troll, they lose nothing. They just have to suffer the five life damage when they use it, and that's it. Okay, so you don't want Eternal Troll to stick. If you can, it's hard to say because every game is different, but all I can say is probably 70% of the time, if I see Troll on the board, I'm going to make it my priority to get rid of, especially if I'm against Magia, because likely not going to have any other kind of allies that are going to be dangerous to me. So it's okay, in my opinion, to leave those ones alone for just a turn to make sure I get this off the field, just so that I don't have to keep dealing with it turn after turn after turn. So Phoenix Uragon, you get to see whenever it dies, it comes back into play. 3 attack, 5 health, set ablaze, and it deals fire damage after that. So you got to remember that. So original form deals claw damage. After it comes back to life, it deals fire damage. So if you attack anything with fire and vulnerability, you're screwed. So always pay attention to that. Don't forget that. Sacrificial Lamb, one of the main draw engines in this deck, obviously because you have 6 allies total here that you can kill off and keep an ally on the board and draw cards. So I mean, why not, right? And then you have this ally here, which is a three. Everything here is 3 cards, of course, except for this guy. So everything here, for the most part, is going to grant you 3 cards if you use Sacrificial Lamb on it. A Bad Santa, again, this is just for mages, is one of the best cards because at 2 cost you get to dig like hell for all of your burn spells, and just start nailing your opponent for 4, 3, 4, 5 damage, uh, maybe twice a turn. Depending on how many resources you have. One of the worst things to see is a mage with 8 resources play a Bad Santa, and then bam, 6 resources, 2 fireballs to the face. That's 8 damage in one turn. It's really hard to come back from. And so here we go. This is the fireball. Catch this. Interesting. I actually like that. But so fireball, 3 cost. Target opposing hero ally takes 4 damage. Lightning strike. 2 different targets take 3 electrical damage. So pay attention. Remember this fire damage, this electrical damage. So you don't want to watch out for some things like entangled wisp that has electrical immunity. You use this on it, does nothing. And transmogrification curse. So this card is in here. It's kind of your big fatty removal. If you're not able to close out the game, maybe you don't get the greatest start, and you end up in the mid game, turn 10, 11, and your opponent drops something down nasty like a Keon or a Nathanias, or an Aeon Stormcaller, or a Duckroth, anything huge that you just don't have an answer to with 1 or 2 spells. This one spell here will actually turn that ally into an artifact, and then it ends up in your opponent's support row. Okay, so just remember though that if you do this to one of those allies, you can't do it again to the same type. So if you transmog curse a Nathanias, and then your opponent plays another Nathanias, you're screwed. You're gonna have to kill that thing manually somehow because you will not be able to turn it into an artifact again because you can't have 2 of the same artifacts in play. Okay, and that would technically be 2 Nathanias artifacts. So, don't think that you'd be able to do it again just in case. And really the final card in the deck, Supernova. A lot of people hate this card. I hate this card. It's just a dumb card. 5 damage to everything on the board. The opposing hero, the opposing allies. I mean, yeah, you and your allies take it as well, but for the most part, mages are usually able to make a pretty efficient use of this to close out games. Like I did in my other video, but I decided not to show it just because we didn't get to see interactions from like Phoenix Uragon. And so Leyline Nexus, this is in here just because there are some items out there that are real nasty for you to face. Soul Eater Bands is a rogue I think it's a rogue and woven armor. I have to actually check. But well, here let's go into the filter. And so let's cancel real quick. I'm gonna clear this. I know it's a hunter. I think it's a hunter. I think it's a hunter and rogue item. So I'm gonna go to item, go to armor, go to 6 cost, Here it is. Spell Eater bands. Ability damage to your hero is reduced to 0. So it is a hunter and rogue card only. But you see, if your opponent happens to play this and you don't have Leyline Nexus, that card to destroy to destroy items with 5 cost or greater, then you're screwed because that item will just sit there unless you're able to, ram into it with your allies and reduce its durability down to 0. Okay? So that's why you have to have at least 2 copies of this just for that. For armors like the King's Pride, that can be a game changer and a game finisher against you. And then just weapon heroes too. Something like Baduru, with his free summon weapons. It costs you a turn to get rid of it with Lane 9 Nexus, but it's better to get rid of that weapon rather than have it, eating up your allies. And there's Serena with her cutlass is another one that you would want to get rid of. So there's a lot of weapons in the game, a lot of armors in the game that having 2 of these at least gives you the possibility to be able to counter them. Okay. So again, that was Magia. That was a nice quick video. I'm always glad when we have the fast ones go through like that. But let me know what you think. As always, do all that good stuff. Do the like, the share, the comment, the subscribe. Try to help us get more exposure for this game. Everybody who plays this game knows what an awesome game it is, and where it should be in the hierarchy of card games. It should be right up there, and I'm sure it will be as long as people like me and others make more content like this to share for everyone else to see what a great product this is. Okay, so again, like, share, comment. I really would like to see more comments on these videos. I mean, I know you guys have questions, or maybe you just want to, talk trash to me and tell me how bad I play, which is probably fine because it's likely true. So, anything you guys want to contribute to the videos, chat wise or likewise, I'm more than happy to. Me and Dub, we're just going to be trying to do what we can here, and I mean, heck, we all want to see this game succeed because, like I said before, we know what a great product it is. All right. So again, guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.